What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. In this episode, we're going over the top CNFT projects that have some sort of passive income already or in the works of developing a form of passive income simply by holding your NFTs. And I know we all love passive income out there, and there are a ton of different options to have passive income in a variety of different assets, but I truly believe NFTs are a very special way of being able to get this passive income, and I'm excited to see where some of these projects go. As far as CNFTs, we have to realize, guys, that this space is only about a year old and the technology of the blockchain is still developing. So the options we have out there are a little bit limited right now, even though they're out there. But the big thing is, guys, is that there are projects that are working on these different passive income structures that should be out within the next year, 2 years, 3 years. And by getting in now, by getting in early, you're going to be able to get these assets that are going to passively produce you income at a very attractive price, in my opinion, because that current value isn't there yet. But yeah, without further ado, let's go over the projects we have. The first project on our list is none other than Deadpxlz, which is a major blue chip promising to provide a ton of utility in the future. Right now, Deadpxlz are going for about 3,500 ADA, and their Metapixel, which is kind of like the copy, smaller version of it that's a lot less expensive, is going around 500 ADA last time I checked. If you don't know about Deadpxlz, guys, they're essentially building a game called Pixel War, and in that game, you're going to have to build a pixel squad using the Forge. And with your pixel squad, you're going to be able to verse other players and do tournaments and all these things and earn their ding token. And every single time someone makes one of those pixels for their pixel squad in the Forge, you're going to be able to get a kickback with your Deadpxlz simply from holding this. The more rare your attributes, basically the more kickback that you're going to get. Now, what's really nice about this, guys, is that not only are you going to make money from that game in the future, but they've already released their ding token, which is going to be the main utility token of this entire game. And right now you can go on their site and you can actually stake this your Deadpxlz or your Metapixel and earn these tokens right now. It is going on for a 90-day period. I believe we're already 1 month in, and then there's going to be another 30-day period after you can claim during those 90 days. You can claim right now, but you're going to get a penalty for it, and I don't believe you can actually buy or sell these right now. Depending on how rare your Deadpxlz is, you can get anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 ding tokens during this time, and Metapixels can get around 1,000 to 2,000 ding tokens during this time. So even though these tokens aren't super valuable right now, if that game comes out and it blows up, then you were literally just generating money for free while just holding your Deadpxlz and getting all those other benefits. So definitely one to pay close attention to, and I'm excited to see what this team delivers because they definitely have a lot of heavy hitters on their team. Next project on our list is another blue chip project, and that is Yummi Universe. Yummi Universe has been around for a while, guys, and they're basically trying to create the Pokemon of the Cardano ecosystem. And one of the things that's nice is within this past month, maybe it's been a little longer than a month, you can actually go on their website and stake their Yummi and earn Yummi, very similar to what's happening with the ding token with Deadpxlz right now. Now, the amount of money that you're really making this and ADA isn't a ton right now, but remember, guys, this is something that has long-term vision. A lot of these things are going to take a while to come out, and the main utilities are going to come later. So if you can just simply hold these NFTs, hope they go overvalue over time, hope that utility comes in, and then make all of that Yummi right now while no one's paying attention to it, then it could be something very profitable and at least something to pay attention to, especially if they can, manage to do something like Pokemon in this space. Whatever company ends up doing that at a very high level is going to be worth billions of dollars. Whether Yummi is going to be able to tackle that or not, I have no idea, but they have shown that they're a major player in the game and that they are here to stay. The next project on our list is Cornucopias Bubble Jet Sprinters as well as the Javelins. Now, I've been talking about these jets and javelins forever now. I got in during the mint, I was able to get a decent amount, and I have literally been buying this up time and time again and telling everyone, hey, this is a good buy, this is a good buy, and they have been going absolutely stupid. Those javelins, when they did the whole mess up and gave those javelins for free to everyone, were only going for about 50 to 70 ADA for the longest time, and now with the land sale coming up, these have gone absolutely stupid. Last night they were even 400 ADA. Now, the thing that I really like about these jets and javelins, guys, is that they're going to have a ton of different utilities, even though a lot of the utilities aren't out yet. Utility number one is that they're actually whitelisting whitelisting you to all of their drops in the future. And maybe in the future, it's going to be based on the rarity. So, you know, the red are common, and then you have uncommon, you have epic, and you have legendary, and you have mythic. But you're going to be able to get whitelisted for these different drops, one of which is going to be the land. The other thing that I really like about it, guys, is that they are supposed to be releasing their alpha gameplay in this quarter, which is super exciting. So you're already going to be able to go in with their Unreal Engine 5 and be able to play a portion of this game, even though it's not going to be play to earn in the beginning. But this is the exciting part, guys, and this is the part where this can be a huge passive income generator. In quarter 3, you are going to be able to stake to earn your NFTs, which are going to be the sprinters and javelins. And I don't know what token you're going to get, but I'm assuming it's the Kopi token, which, by the way, guys, has literally had a 4x within the last month and is going for about 0.28 ADA each. And we can assume that once the game comes out, that could even be bigger, right, guys? Like, that number could go even crazier when you need it for the actual game economy. So being able to stake your NFTs, get the value from that, as well as be able to play the game with your NFTs, get different benefits from that, as well as be able to get into whitelisting of all their future drops, which, if you look at their road paper, guys, there is a lot of drops, just has insane value. And that's why I personally have over 100 combined when it comes to these javelins and jets, and I'm excited to see how the land does. The next project on our list is Aquafarmers, and this was a project that literally released in this past week, guys, by Liquid Labs, which is an upcoming borrowing and lending protocol being built on the Cardano ecosystem. There are 10,000 of these Aquafarmers, and depending on how rare your Aquafarmer is, you're going to be able to get additional staking rewards in their protocol when it comes out this year. Having a common one, which is only about $170 is literally going to give you an additional 2% staking rewards on their protocol. And the more rare ones you have, the higher the reward, all the way up to 5%. Now, these don't stack, guys, but this is a project that I could see doing very well, especially in the passive income sense, if you're someone who's going to be using liquid finance and their different borrowing and lending protocols. Because here's the deal, guys. 344 ADA divided by 2 is literally $172, guys. So imagine if you were able to get 2%, if you had $10,000 and you were able to get an additional 2% a year on it. That's $200, guys. So you're already making an additional $60 in the course of a year, and then you still own your NFT, and that was if you only had a $10,000. Imagine if you had $100,000. Imagine if you had $500,000. And for that reason, I think this is going to be an incredible way to increase your passive income on these different protocols and by getting into these different DeFi projects. And on top of that, guys, you're going to be able to be a part of their DAO. You're going to have governance rights, a bunch of different stuff they're doing. So definitely a project to keep your eye on. Clumsy Ghost is our next project on the list, and this is a project that you can't make any passive income yet, but what they are building is super cool, and I think this has a lot of potential in the future. Essentially, guys, you are going to be able to get your Clumsy Ghost. They're going to have all these different stats and attributes, and you're able to put them down on these pieces of land. When they are on that land, they are going to generate resources, once again, depending on the rarities and the attributes and all these different things, and you're going to be able to take those resources and either sell them on the marketplace, or you're going to be able to build different things with them, and then once again, sell it on the marketplace. So super cool what they're doing. I actually just bought 2 Clumsy Ghost recently, I think yesterday, for around this 470 ADA price, and it's just a project that I'm going to be holding for a long term. I like the different ideas they have, and after listening to their team on a couple of different AMAs and a couple of different Twitter spaces, I think that they are going to deliver at a high level, and it's kind of giving me Deadpxlz vibes right now. So yeah, a project to pay attention to. This could definitely be a passive income generator in the future if whatever they're building ends up being big. The next project on our list is a project that I personally love, and that is ADA Invadaz Season 1 Planet Zaguru. Essentially, guys, if you are a holder, you are going to be able to get these different ADA Invadaz holder benefit prize draws. Just recently, on the 13th of May, 15 people won a merch care package, which included a hat, hoodie, or t-shirt, or 200 ADA. 6 people won a 3D model, or 700 ADA. There were 20 prizes of 100 ADA voucher. There were also 100 people that won 170 ADA. I was one of them. And there was even one person that won 13,000 ADA just simply from holding this project. So congrats to that, guys. Unfortunately, it was not me. I would have loved it to be me, but at least I was able to get that additional 170 ADA simply from holding this project. That was over 40,000 ADA, guys. So just imagine in the future when this space gets bigger and more people buy these ADA Invadaz and they get more and more royalties and they launch more and more projects and they have their Senate node coming out soon, which is another passive income sort of setup. So yeah, definitely a project to pay attention to. This was definitely a decent amount of passive income if you won. And yes, I realize, guys, that not everyone is going to win, but these were a lot of prizes and a lot of people did win this. And hopefully over time, the more you own, the more chances you have to actually being able to get these rewards. The next project on our list is Cardano Crocs Club, as well as their radioactive Crocs. Now, I'm honestly surprised how much utility and how much development this project has already done when compared to a lot of other projects out there. If you go to their website, guys, you can see that you can already stake those Crocs right now and earn their C4 tokens. And yes, those C4 tokens aren't worth a lot right now, guys. Very similar to Ding tokens and Yummi that I was previously talking about. But when these different games come out from their gaming incubator, especially their poker game, this token is going to have a ton of utility. And that's how you're going to be able to play against other people in poker, earn ADA rewards, earn additional C4 tokens, etc., etc. They're also giving you whitelist access to the different drops they do in the future. They have their Croc breeding game out, so you can breed your Crocs and get these baby Crocs. They have a metaverse coming out. And on top of that, guys, they have a whole entire launch pad that they are in the process of launching right now. I think it's actually launched, and they're going to help other projects release. And when they release other projects, they're going to take that ADA they get from those fees and sweep their own floor of their projects, as well as get whitelist for different people that are holding these Crocs. So honestly, a lot of utility here, guys. I think that passive income from the staking, as well as the different benefits you get from this launch pad, could add up over time, especially if this project continues to grow. Mutant family are the next project on the list, and that consists of the Crocs, the Toads, and the recently released mice. This is another project very similar to Cardano Crocs Club, where I'm surprised with the amount of development that they've already had in the space. You can go on Mutant DAO right now, and you can stake your Crocs, Toads, and mice in order to earn ADA rewards. You get 50% of the profit from Epoch art. You also get 50% of the Mutant royalties earned through all of the different marketplaces, and it's shared with all of the stakers. On top of this, guys, you are going to be able to vote in a DAO-like system on the direction of the project. They also have a game coming out in the future, kind of like a card game, and they're also allowing other projects to start staking with their system, which I think is a very good idea. It's very complicated to build a system like this, and if you can have other projects basically stake through their platform and earn money that way, I think that's a very good idea. So yeah, right now though, guys, the ADA rewards aren't too much, and I made a whole entire video covering this project, and I don't know how well Epoch Art Marketplace is going to do in the long run, just because JPEG Store is so dominant right now, and you have so much competition like Free Roam that just came out recently, but I had to bring this project up because it is a form of passive income, and if they continue to do the things that they're doing and they can continue to grow, then this could be something that just increases over time as far as your ADA distributions. The next project on our list is Knfty World, otherwise known as Knfty Creatures. Now, Knfty Creatures has a 10% royalty, guys, and what they do is they take 80% of those royalties and they give it back to holders in the form of rebates. And if you go to their Discord, you'll see that they've already done their 4th ADA rebate. This last rebate had about 13,080 ADA in their community wallet. The team keeps 20%, and the remaining 80% gets distributed to everyone. The total amount distributed ended up being 1.28 ADA per Knfty creature. So it doesn't sound like a lot, guys, but if you paid 100 ADA for this and they do a rebate, let's say every month or two, and you can get 1 to 2% in a rebate back every single month, that's actually pretty good in the grand scheme of things. And if this project gets bigger and if the team delivers on a lot more stuff and all of a sudden the floor of this is a lot higher, then the royalty amount is going to be a lot higher as well. So a project to keep your eye on. Yes, you know, 1.28 0.27 ADA doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not going to get me out of bed in the morning, but it's nice to see that they're able to get those ADA from those royalties and give back to people holding the project. And then on top of that, guys, you get all the additional benefits of holding the project. It's not all about just that passive income, but it's about being part of the community, owning the art, being a part of the different drops they do in the future, and just the variety of other benefits. So right now, I kind of see those rebates and with some of the passive income from these other projects more as a bonus at this stage of the game rather than the main reason I'm investing in that project. The Smooth Yeti Snowmobiles are the next project on the list, and this is a project that just released in this past month, guys. Essentially, you're going to be able to build these snowmobiles and get 10% of the royalties in this project, split between everyone that has snowmobiles as well as 5 Yetis. Now, I wish that number was a little bit higher, guys, but you're going to get additional benefits from holding these snowmobiles as well, such as, whitelisting to future drops, exclusive land in their Yetiverse where you have to own these snowmobiles, different special giveaways and competitions, and whatever else they come up with. So I personally have a decent amount of these. I think I have 7 right now, and I'm just holding them for the long run. I have no idea how much the royalties are going to be. Very similar to Boss Cat rockets, which could have also been on this list, where you own the rocket and you can get a percentage of the royalties. So we're going to see how much that adds up, but with all the other additional benefits that they're providing, I felt like this was worth adding to the list. Another project that already has some passive income structure out there, as well as going to be providing more in the future, is Mocossis. Now, Mocossis have 2 versions. They have the ITOs, which are the original, and they also have the ITO2s. If you have 2 of these original ITOs, you are able to breed them in their whole entire breeding simulator here and be able to get these ITO2s. In the beginning, I think it's only like 20 ADA on a weekly basis, and then it scales up over time with your Mocossi ITOs being able to breed up to 10 times. Now, it might not sound like a lot of ADA, basically getting these Mocossi ITO2s, but you also get different benefits with their new Mocossi planet that they just released. In this whole world and in this play-to-earn breeding game that they're creating that's going to involve these Mocossis as well as their planet, you're going to be able to play this game and earn their utility token called MCOS or MCOS. You're going to be able to stake these MCOS, and you're also going to be able to participate with those MCOS and different governance decision making, as well as just different utilities in their game. Now, the really cool thing that I'm excited about with this is that you're going to have these Mocomons in this game, and you're actually going to be able to lease out those Mocomons in order to get profit from renting these out to players. So that could be another really great passive income structure. Now, I'm not a huge cutesy breeding game type of guy, but I do like what they're doing here, and this is a project that looks very nice. They have different animations, they have a large team, and I do think they are going to be delivering on that entire play to earn game. So yeah, cool stuff. Definitely something to pay attention to. The last project on our list is Equine NFT, which is a Pioneer Horses collection. Now, essentially, guys, you are going to be able to get these different horses that all have built-in stats in its metadata. And you're not only going to be able to breed these horses with other horses and potentially make genetically superior horses, but you're also going to be able to race these for different rewards. Very similar to Zedrun if you've seen Zedrun on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, this is a project that's been in the development phase for a while now, but their team is trusted and they are doxed and they do have a decent amount of people working on it. And if you look at their website, guys, they have a lot of thoughts that have gone into this project, such as, having different jockeys, having different skins for your horses, having these different stats, as well as having a life cycle for your horses. So sometimes they'll die over time, sometimes they can't race, sometimes they're prime racing. So you're not getting oversaturated with all of these useless horses on the market. And you can kind of see here, guys, they all have different speed, stamina, acceleration, endurance, pretty cool stuff. Now, this is one of those projects where you're investing now and waiting for the utility to come out. Right now, the utility isn't out yet, so there isn't any way for you to make any money from this right now, other than, maybe trying to get some really good horses, maybe getting some steals. But yeah, definitely a project to keep an eye on. They're saying that their racing and breeding is going to come out in Q4 of this year. They're also going to have a guild system, stables, pretty exciting stuff. If it turns anything like Zed Run, then getting some of these really early horses and being able to get some of these really rare genetic breeds and be able to race them could end up being something very profitable. That pretty much sums up some of the top CNFT projects that already have some sort of passive income or are in the works of it. And one thing that I'll say here, guys, is that yes, right now it isn't a crazy amount of passive income, but I really look at this in a long-term vision sense. Like, hey, right now it's kind of just like a bonus. It's really not adding up to too much, but let's say in the future when Cardano Crocs has their poker game and that poker game could blow up. Let's say Cornucopias Jets and Javelins end up getting a lot of that Copy token, and that could be something very profitable. Let's say Pixel Wars comes out, and that's a game a ton of people play, and now all of a sudden those ding tokens that weren't worth a lot in the beginning that I got for absolutely free are now all of a sudden worth a ton of money. It's really something that you have to have a long-term vision with, and even though right now I kind of view it as just a bonus, I do realize that if some of these projects are able to further develop this and get even bigger, then in the future, if they're making, you know, $100 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, now all of a sudden that NFT is worth a lot more money on top of all the other benefits you got from it. Like, you still have the art, guys, you still have the NFT, you still have the community, you still have all those other benefits, and now you have the hope that, hey, if this is one of the projects, maybe only 1 in 10 projects are actually successful in the long run, but let's say it's one of those projects, you know, people are going to be willing to pay more for that NFT if they have that passive income structure, especially if that income structure is a lot. And that's really why I love, you know, Aquafarmers as of right now, because we already know that they've been building the liquid finance protocol, and we know that's a flat passive income sort of thing, getting that 2% additional or getting that 3% additional that can stack with the money and the capital you already have. And it's things like that that get me very excited. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on these different projects, guys, and what they're building. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day and get some passive income.